Welcome to 032 Conversations, the show where we talk to creatives, see how they live, and how they do their work. I'm your host, Carlo Villarica. Earlier today, I tried to record this intro, but the kiddos kept running in and out. I'll see if I have a recording of what happened. Wait, I have to record something. Are you going to be quiet?
Okay.
Welcome!
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Okay, that's not going to work. As you can see, he just kept walking in on me as I was trying to record the intro. So I gave up on it and just waited till he was sleeping. So again, I'm recording this relatively late at night while everybody's asleep. But, you do what you got to do to keep the podcast going. Anyway, this episode, we talked to Cattski. Many of you know her as Cattski. She's like the Madonna of Cebu, the one word name. No, but her full name is really, get this, I didn't really know this either. I just Googled it. Her full name is Cattleya Vanessa Espina. Some of you may affectionately call her the Mother Folker. She's somebody who has been around Cebu music legitimately for almost 20 years. Can you believe that? Cattski let's look at her discography. She released an album in 2001 called Cattski. Then Vacuum My Inside in 2004. Sound Mind Speaks Volumes in 2009. Cattski 10 in 2010. And Zero in 2012. That's crazy. That's a long time to be in the music scene. And considering that I got a chance to talk to her, I wanted her to comment about that because it's a rare thing to have almost 20 years of experience in this wonderful world of music. First of all, we recorded the interview in Room 11. It's a beautiful recording studio. Thank you, Cattski, for giving me the chance to record it there. We talked about a bunch of things. We talked about the state of Cebu music, the differences from when she started to today. We talked about her record label, to Tango Records. We even talked about the time I brought Manu, my little kid, who was 7 months old at the time, to a Tutu Tango Records gig. And I'll link to it in the show notes, but basically, he loved it. He was watching the whole time. So we a lot of conversations about Cebu music for this one and the future of Cebu music as well. I mentioned this in the last episode, but eventually I will want to release an episode where it's an Ask Me Anything episode. Basically, you send in your questions and then I'll answer it. So send us an email at info@032.com. Send us a question or any question, really, anything. If it gets chosen, I'll read it out loud on the air and I'll answer it. Or tweet us at 032 Cebu. That's 032 in numbers, 032 Cebu. Or send us a DM on Instagram or just send us a message on Facebook. If your question gets chosen, I'll read it out loud and answer it. If this is your first time to listen to 032 Conversations, please subscribe. It would help us a lot to get more subscribers. So, if you enjoy this conversation, subscribe. If you're using an iPhone, there's a podcast app that you can subscribe and stream and download the episodes from. Or if you're like me, I use an Android. There's a whole bunch of free podcast apps that you can use. We're on there. We're on YouTube. We're on Anchor. We're on Spotify. Or you can just go to 032.com/podcast and all the podcasts are there. So subscribe. All right, let's get to that conversation with Cattski. Like getting chorizo is a bit difficult. Like you have the good ones, but you have to order good from somebody.
That's true.
Yeah. You know, you don't really know until you get it, and then sometimes kung feel na kayo mo, but you know, you just haven't ordered it. Yung makalimtan na noon.
There's a sanitation concern. Like, who made this thing?
Yeah. Well, everything.
Did you clean this well?
Everything naman sad.
No one said. Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's why I'm always like I always eat chorizo. Kanang Cebuano type, like if it's pagod, you have the itom. I don't know why it's good.
That's the best. Diba like kinda like when you have the rice and you like the side.
Yeah.
The side of the
So
bowl.
yeah, I can't believe we're talking about chorizo.
Oh well, yeah. I don't wanna like jump into it, kay. Well, am I sure? Okay na?
But I love it. Did you record that day? Good.
Oh, okay na? Sometimes. I'm not really sure, but I didn't see it online. No, kay, like, si Kaloy even mentions one of his first, what do you call this? Earliest local gig experiences ba? Was seeing you play.
Yeah.
And yeah, even for me.
What?
Yeah, like one of my... Okay. Yeah, I remember it fairly vividly. It was in Gaisano Country Mall. There was a bar there. Paddy's Point. Yeah. Okay. And then there was a gig. It was... I can't remember everybody who played, but you played. Squall, Smooth Friction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there with McCoy was there. My friends were there. And we just watched you guys play. And then that was one of the first time I remember seeing you play.
Oh.
No? So,
actually, my first gig was in Paddy's Point also.
In
like
Gaisano?
My official... Like with my band that lasted for a while.
What's the name of the band?
I called it Cattski. So
okay.
For some reason, but no, it was. Now that I look back, I'm grateful that we called it Cattski because now I could just keep going even if I didn't have my bandmates anymore.
Because.
But it wasn't my decision. It was Y101's decision to call it Cattski because I was playing around but didn't have a band name. Yeah, so. I've been asked, what do you want to call your band? I don't know yet. So when they promote the show, they would just call it Cattski. And then finally I got because I was just asking people to jam with me. So I didn't really have
like
a band.
Rotating cast of musicians.
Yeah, so I didn't really have an official band. And when they promote the show, or the shows, usually it's sponsored by Y101, and then they would always say...
This is back then.
This was in, 2000. Two and 3 zeros.
No, but I saw you much earlier than 2000.
That's probably 1999. That's when I started. That's when I started. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get started in music? So that's how Cattski the band or your performing got started. But how did you get started in music?
I don't know. It's been I was classically trained. I did the whole shebang with the piano. I had my own recital and all that. But after I got to a certain level, I think it was advanced level, because I had a big recital. After that, it was a big thing sa family, and then I quit. So
you're in high school or something?
Yeah. And then I quit. And just pick up the guitar. And my first song that I covered or tinkered around was The Cranberries' Ode to My Family. I can never forget that because it had the most basic chord pattern. Yeah, so I just had the remember before we didn't have the internet as much.
Yeah, the songbooks.
The songbooks, it's called jingle. Remember that? And the lyrics are usually wrong, but you have the chords.
More or less nakuha.
Pwede na ba? So it's okay. So yeah, that's how I started.
So you start piano first, and then you let go of your piano, and then you went to the guitar.
Yeah, it's weird. It's common in Filipino families, especially with kanang Spanish background, or if your lolos and lolas have Spanish kanang sagol dugo. Anyway, they always tell you to go to to get piano lessons.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah,
I had piano
right?
lessons.
Yeah, so that's common. And then, but when you say, I want to do music, they discourage you. They'd say, "Oh no, because that's not a real job." So
Yeah.
I got that. So
Yeah.
I'm the nowadays that's not so common. Like if kids these days they want to do music, medyo lenient na ang parents. But my time, it's really like discouraging. So it's confusing as a child. Now
Yeah.
you're being taught.
So my parents now, they kind of. I'm a parent.
You are, yeah. That's true.
No, but like, because that's true, good. Like even my parents, I mean, I've talked about this before, but like even maka kwarta ka na. And I'm like,
exactly. Yeah.
I get pizza and beer.
Yeah. But there are some parents who will be afraid for you. Okay, there's that common, there is that, I don't know, like that notion that if you are in music or in a band, you can be a drug addict or things like that. Like they have all these fears.
I never got that.
Well, during my time, I'm older than you, so my time is like that. So like, that's addis when you go into a band or something. So they were afraid for me. So we had like during that time, I had my confusion and I call it the rebellion phase because you're mad that your parents are not approving of your music. So I went through that phase. And so I guess that's how also the way to release or to cope with that is to keep playing.
So bro, when you started, you're like kanang, because one of the things I want to ask you also is I won't have the chance to ask this to just anybody because you have the rare experience of kanang experiencing like the Cebu music scene, in
how it evolved.
Yeah, from like I don't know, like decades na, diba?
Yeah,
like
so
you said you started in 1999.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm turning like I'd be in 2008 next. This is my 18th year in music professionally. So in 2020 it will be my 20th.
Yeah.
So
you have anything special planned for your 20th?
Of course, yeah. I wanna release another album. So it evolved so much actually. Mo nang kanang I feel like I have to say this that the kids these days are luckier than I was because the environment is already prepared.
What do you mean?
Like you write music and you have originals. The environment is prepared. You have these shows. Sorry, did you get that? Sorry, nasabod.
Ego ang mic.
Gesture.
Animated na kayo si Cattski.
Yeah. I'm like, my hands are all over the place. So, kanang prepared naman good sila ron. I mean, we have a market now. Like, we have... Is that your phone? Do you want to get that?
Oh, no. Wow, it's vibrating.
So we can really
Maybe
hear
I should
stuff
just
here.
turn it off, no? I just decided to...
Turn it, go on, like airplane mode or something. Hang on.
Yeah, sige. Game. Don't delete any of this by ha? Kay part or gid ni.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're saying, Murag, before, even when I got started learning how to play music, people put... It's different. Like now, people are more open to like originals, and then when I started playing, not many people, hardly anybody was playing original music. No. So can you talk about that? Are you able to, in your mind, are you able to categorize like the different eras of Cebu music? Like kaninga time, it was like this, and then this, and then this.
Yeah, I think so. 1999 to like probably 2003. This was during there was this boom because San Miguel was sponsoring events and they were actually giving money out. So ning daghan ang bands because there is support. So there were places like Paddy's Point. It had two. There was one in Ayala and one in Country Mall. And then there was Artist Days at the time. There was this small...
that one in Mango.
Yeah.
The one across from here.
In Munros.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Munros. There was that. And then There was another one, but kanang daghan jud to, but people were playing, but the set list is made up of covers and just probably one originals. One original. So and during that time murag apologetic pa mo play og original.
I was gonna say, like, I hate it when artists do that.
Yeah, so that's why I have a talk because bago lang na siya nawa because I've been campaigning against that. Kana bitaw mo apologize for playing.
Yeah, I don't like
originals.
seeing that yet. Like, you play your covers and then, so guys, this is gonna be an original.
And you're apologetic.
Yeah, and then you feel, it sounds so sad when they do it. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, so mona 1999 to 2003 ingana na siya, and pag ning change siya gamay for me in my head, ning change siya gamay when I kanang in my head bagod I categorize it through the albums that I release. Pag 2004 we started out with we started creating Vacuum My Inside, and this was the time na nisugod og boom kay Manila was more accommodating to Cebuano bands. So nangadto naman ang mga urban 2004.
Why were they accommodating that?
I don't know, because people were daring na pod to go there to play. I was one of those people who actually went there.
Amo ba?
Yeah, so ni change na, nagsugod na to og like maybe open na ang even the band scene, open na to even the bands work. Oh sige, himo tag originals, and then ang gawas na daghan kayong banda. The Backyard was booming at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Even kami naka-record me in Backyard.
Yeah. So legendary kinang Backyard kay
Yeah.
nadyo na siya puste. If this was a building, nadyo na siya puste. Unya kanang, so people were really doing that. So 2000 to naganam jud siya. I mean, I'm proud that it grew, because after around 2007, 2008 when Outpost was built, ni boom siya in a sense na most people who played in Outpost original music jud siya, and people had that in their heads. If as an audience lang ba, they'd say if you want music nga nindot nga Cebuano, they'd go there because that's where they'll find it. Yeah, to Outpost. And then there was, before Outpost, it was Kahayag. Have you been there?
Kahayag, yeah. I remember going to Kahayag.
Yeah. That too, because it was these places that really promoted and encouraged people to play their originals. Balay siya ba? So it's not your regular venue nga. Tokar lang mo diha. It had soul
they
in
wanted
them.
you to play like they wanted you, instead of turning on the radio, they wanted the radio music, mga covers, so in a band setting, and then moto. So after like 2004, 2003, more
shift
original
na siya,
music.
shift siya, and kanang now good, if from 2009 to now, nana jud mga bata nga are awakened to the fact na if they create their own songs, murag norm siya ba? Sa amo ang panahon di siya norm. Ang norm kay mo cover and then himo lag saka o duha ka original. Karon na bali na. So it makes me so happy kay bali na ang mga mindset sa mga bata ron kay create their own, and then okay, in their set inject one cover.
Yeah, something that inspired them, or ana.
Or they have a good version of, or something. So nabali siya. So which is awesome. So karon you mas ninit na nun ang cover act karon.
Yeah. Amo ba?
Yeah.
That's weird, because before daghan yun kayo.
Yeah, everyone did. So karon mas nihit sila. So they just play in kanang mo play sila restaurants na agyapon, but mo lagi na. So they're demoted to being a background music. So medyo, but you know, ilapod na because that's still a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but now it's there's just the grabe gid
So
kayo.
much original.
Yeah, grabe gid kayo ron.
music
Yeah.
Now. Yeah, I feel that also, like kanang, considering that I haven't, I'm not as connected to the gig scene as I once was.
Yeah.
But just looking online, daghan kay mga new music right now that's very good new music.
Exactly. Yeah, so inspiring siya in a sense. Makahappy siya kay at least wala ta ning na-demote or wala ta deteriorate.
Pero that's in terms of the musicians. How about like kanang murag audiences? Have you noticed any difference from?
Yes, honestly, we have, and among kanang advocacy arm is really to build the audience. That's why we're going to schools to do the small kanang forums, kanang Grow Cebu Music. That's what we've been doing since 2016 with Create
like mga
Cebu.
talks, ana.
Mga talks and like showcases. So we really go out there to do that. And like katong kita nga we have talks, katong naitay panels and things like that. It's really part of kanang building audience.
Yeah,
so,
just for the listener, that panel was what was it? The one in A Space?
Yeah, it was called Cebu Creators Growth Summit. So the whole thing was so that we can to have a conversation so we can all grow. And then we changed that to just Grow Cebu Music. Yeah, pag 2017. And then so we went to schools. And then makaingon jud ko nga ni grow ang audience because Carl, we did Cup of Folk. I think you've been in one of our shows. Cup of Folk.
Oh, I've attended one of your shows.
Yeah.
I haven't played one of your shows.
Oh no, yeah, you've attended. Yeah. Remember you brought your kid Mano still so small. Yeah,
one of my very good tutu tango experiences.
Yeah. So kanang those that was sort of a success kay daghan tug tao. But when we started that, there was just 10 people there.
Oh yeah, mo ba? Like the first Cup of Folk?
Yeah, 10 people. This was in Abaca. Nobody cared.
Mo ba?
Yeah, 10 people.
So wait, so when was the first one?
Abaca.
Do you remember what
2013.
13?
Or 14.
Really? Mo ba? 14? And then,
14.
So you did, bro, Cup of Folk. Are you guys still doing the Cup of Folk?
We will, but kaning break meron, but kanang we
Pero every year naagid na
something.
something.
Na siya something.
Okay, so 2013 yung gamay ra kaayo.
10 siya. 10 like i-help you go like 10 na siya. And even one of our shows katong the listening room, which is really kanang by invitation on top because we want to handpick our audience just for an experiment. So we sent out like 50 invites. Then what ra 10 ra pud ang
The
show
first
up.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
15
because
ra pud.
I want to get to it. Like one of my best gig experiences as an audience member was in the listening room. For me,
Which was this
the
one?
the one in Cube.
Oh, okay.
That one was honestly, I had never been in a kanang gig experience quite like that nga. You know, everybody was really, there was no distractions, no food, no drinking. People were really there for, I mean, there was, I think they served beer, but people were really there for the music. And then you could see it, you know, people were sitting on the floor, they were listening, they were really quiet, you know, that shush policy, which I was really scared of when I brought my kid to the Cup of Folk. we sat because like right in front of the tarpaulin that said shush policy, and I just realized I have a 7-month-old ba nung magsigig hilak. Pero
Wala raman.
fortunately, he was really good.
Naminaw man to siya.
Minaw
Like,
kay siya.
Yeah.
But anyway, but the listening room, wow, like kato that experience as an audience member was really kanang memorable good for me.
Which was what we were what we were trying to do good to provide a memorable experience para you make a connection to whoever was performing and then you know you bring it with you. So it's an experience, Jude. That's why we wanted it kanang in the beginning we wanted it kanang by invitation because it can't be for everyone kay bago man ang idea nga ish policy siya. Bagong idea nga walay food. I mean, one of the band's parents went to listening room asking, asa ang lamisa? Asa ang pagkaon? I'm like, okay, no. This is not...
They don't get the concept.
Yeah. And I'm like, no. Ganang...
Which is part of kanang building an audience and teaching them how to how to be in a gig.
Yeah.
No? Because I think also a lot of times one of the misconceptions if you do like creative work is you do something and then they expect nga once your piece of art is out nga people will notice. They don't realize nga it's called building an audience for a reason. You literally build from zero. And then,
exactly.
Yeah, you mentioned you guys started 2013, the Cup of Folk. 10 people showed up. The first listening room, 10 people showed up.
Yeah.
And when the listening room that I went to, there was a lot more than 10 people. No?
Yeah. That really was mura jud og like if it was an experiment, mura jud siya og ning succeed siya na experiment kay the last one that we did, which was in the library, in the public library, we had to charge entrance because there was limited ang space. Onya, there were so many inquiries. Yeah, so
too many people. You can't just say yes to everybody.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, let's put value into the show. Let's have people pay for it. Let's see if they will. Experiment na pud siya. Let's see if they will. And napuno man me, so I guess they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mona, I think, and it takes time because from the first one to the gig in the library.
Yeah.
How was that? 4 years apart.
Exactly.
Diba?
So,
how many listening rooms did you have in between?
No, exactly.
Daghan kayo.
Yeah, so it takes time. It just needs a lot of work. Dinood jud na ilang giingon, Carl. You just need to work hard. You don't get lucky. Mona siya.
Yeah, because Mona, like, misconception is they get lucky and then everything's given.
Yeah.
It's more of like you work for 5-10 years and then out of all those little steps of working, you get lucky from all the millions of little things that you did.
Yeah.
But this was all under Tutu Tango Records.
Yeah.
No. So how did you decide? Why did you decide? Number one, why did you decide to start Tutu Tango Records, and then how did it start?
It all happened in the outpost. I was on the brink of releasing my 10-year anniversary album. Onya, I was asking myself, what am I gonna do next? Because I'm still unhappy. Like, I felt like there was something lacking.
This was in
2010.
2010, okay.
Yeah. So I felt like murag naman murag lacking. So murag, what should I do? What can I do or whatever? And then, luckily in one of those nights in Outpost, there was this band called Undercover Grasshoppers. You remember?
Oh yeah,
of
course.
Yeah, so like Cecily, front woman, nakasiko sa self, murag, oh my god, that's me when I was starting. So murag, and I like their music. That was first and foremost the reason. Moto, I asked her if they would want to work with me and I'd help them out with the release of their album, blah blah blah, and that was it. After ato, sud na day ng Wonggoys.
In 2010. Oh, ba? Because we were still playing that time, but like I don't recall. Or I guess kato, like it just must have just started, no? Because I don't recall. I actually assumed like Tutu Tango Records started maybe like after 2012 or 2013.
No, that was it. First release was Undercover Grasshoppers na Crop Circles. And then
you felt like, so you decided to do it because you felt like it was kanang wapa ka na satisfied somehow nga.
Yeah, like where am I going as a musician or what am I gonna do? It's like this is it. Like and kanang like I have so many qualms pag yun, like I wouldn't wanna kanang go mainstream or go to Manila. Like I have so many issues as an artist. Like I wanna do my own thing. I don't wanna have anyone telling me what to do. Blah blah blah. And then murag ako, what else can I do that'll make me happy? And then moto, like after working with Crop Circles, na happy man ko, murag, I love this, releasing albums, murag ganahan ko ani. So and then I did the Wonggoys, and then after that ni snowball lang siya.
I wonder if it's because also nga murag, like a lot of times when once you start giving back to other people, because in a way that's what you did, because diba? Because these like Undercover Grasshoppers, Wonggoys, it's very difficult to release an album and to even know the steps needed to do so. So
I learned the steps while I was doing all our albums from the past. And
because you did like 3 albums in
before,
between 2000 and 2010.
We did, medyo kanang daghan sad og daghan ikog na learn ato, like I made so many mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
So murag, when I saw Undercover Grasshoppers, the urge was to tell them something, teach them, or like work with them so they won't have to make the same mistakes. Murag prevention na lang siya ba.
And then what did you produce it ba?
No, I didn't. Ang Wonggoys noon.
You produced Wonggoys?
Yeah.
Okay. So murag, so for Undercover, like you murag, how did you
execute lang ko.
Execute lang.
Na-execute ko sa ilang release and all. Because they didn't need a producer. They were already, like, they had their own sound. The producer wasn't really necessary. Okay, they had a unique sound. Ang sa Wongoy is because they're just the three of them and they don't play all instruments. Like 2 guitars naman ang Wongoys. So I needed to come in so that i-produce siya to have a full band.
And then also help them get other musicians into the fold also.
Yeah, kaya ang ilang mong ganahan at the time was really, they were so inspired by the big band. Remember when Jason Mraz had a big band face? Yeah, so they were so inspired by that. I'm like, okay, ma-achieve na siya sa recording but not live, because we don't have that kind of musicians here. So.
And then, and then live, that means also you all of a sudden have to get
so many band members. Yeah, so moto. Yeah, that was 2011 10 moto siya. Kanang time.
And then I also noticed nga sa Tango Records, it's also it's from the artist's perspective. Diba?
Yeah.
I know in fact you put that there in your website, diba?
Yeah, because my experience was I had an experience of kanang sort of being signed and distributed. This was when Sony Music wasn't Sony BMG. Sony pa jud sila.
Okay.
So
what happened?
Kanang mo kuan jud sila, mo ingon jud sila na write og Tagalog.
Yeah?
Oh, say you sign with us, Cattski. This is the following that we need from you.
So there's like a formula, kunuhay.
Yeah, because it's a business.
Yeah, well, everything's a business.
Oh, yeah,
sort of.
So, and you know how uncomfortable that is? It's like,
I'm sure.
And Marag, I don't think so. Marag, but of course, I didn't push through with that. I came home.
So wait, when you signed with them, you weren't obligated to...
I was, but I didn't get a breach. So, the thing was, I left. Sorry. But I didn't, wala man. Like, well, it was distribution naman sad. So, yeah, but see, they really want to go big. Well, I think it's what any big business would want. Like, they want to go nationwide or things like that. But, so, for them to do that is to really write.
What year was this?
2004.
2004. Oh, well, the music landscape has changed a lot since then.
Yeah, so like I think I was supposed to like murag i-finish to na kuan nya murag what na I just left. Like, we didn't really like it there anyway. So it was a lot of like I was the leader of 5 people. That's a lot of headache being in another place.
For the band.
Sorry, Dave. Naigo na sa Yeah. So, like, that's a lot of costs. And, murag, pang experience, or gido siya. Murag gido siya, kinato.
So, that was early 2000. And yeah, that was also back then, because that was probably the tail end of being signed to a major label. Because I think, like, when did Napster come out? 2001, 2002?
Yeah.
And then...
No, it really changed during that time because after we came home, ang Sony kay gipalit sa BMG, nahimo na siyang Sony BMG. So, I don't know if nakitaan to nila akong mga papel ditong ipang signan.
Oh, ba?
Wala na to nakitaan nila. Asa naman ni? Ako po, napaman ko yung CDs dito. I probably have a lot of CDs there, but let's not get it para wala na tayo problema.
But also... That's also like the time where the music landscape as a business was really changing.
It changed a lot. And everybody was having naog ang sales because of the free downloads. So... Yeah,
because back then there was no... Well, yeah, I want to get to this. So like in 2018, how does a music artist, how can they realistically, if... even as a side gig or even as a full-time thing, how can they realistically get some kanang income from it?
Realistically, dili jud siya sustainable pa. I would still suggest that they get a day job.
Yeah.
I would, because
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. And that's the norm now, even in the States. Na jud day jobs ang bands. Or naamay ka ng side gig or like online job.
Yeah,
like kanang data lang.
Yeah.
Copy paste. It doesn't matter. Basta na
to copy paste.
Copy paste Excel. Copy paste. Good. So, for as long as you have something, because it really can't support you kung maura jud imong buhaton unless you're unless you're a big band now, or unless you go to a cruise ship and play for, that's different also. So di jud siya, in a sense, di jud siya sustainable yet, but it has the potential to be if you only work hard. There we are again with the work hard part. Because of, like, for example, like putting a song on Spotify, for just putting it there, and you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
In 2 years, if your Spotify kanang plays with just one song, naabot og 300,000 in 2 years.
300,000 plays.
Oh, 300,000 streams, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's worth around, let's say, 20K.
Amo ba?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how, more or less, that's like the rate that Spotify is playing.
Yeah. So, like, say, if you
Paying.
had, if you have, like, say, 1 million streams, that's probably around $5,000.
Pero di ba in like in the US, you're more knowledgeable than I am about this, no? But where in the US, my assumption is a lot of these working musicians, they really get their income really from gigging, yun,
Yeah.
di ba?
Yeah. That's it. But wa pa man ta naabot diha.
So
Yeah.
sa the Philippines, wala pa kayo na nga.
Wala pa. Yeah, I have this vision nga it might come soon, for as long as we keep at it, nga motor ang mga banda. But
Around the Philippines,
around
not
the
just
Philippines,
Cebu.
around the Philippines. Let's say a matter of two cities exchanging music, inana lang ba? But at this point, each city really need to hyper-localize their music. So they also establish their own business model in their own city.
Yeah.
So before, every city should have that kanang attitude ba towards music for this to be a sustainable thing nationwide.
Bitaw.
You know what I mean? Like, sige, sa ilang city, if di pa kayo okay lang music, then there's no point of you going there when wala mo tanaw nimo.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
do you get a sense nga listeners, or let's say even establishments, are changing their mindset in terms of kanang paying musicians to play? Besides,
Slowly, yeah.
Because I spoke to si Fonzie, si Tony, and yeah, he mentioned nga murag, yeah, he thinks it's different now. He thinks like that kanang, well, he plays electronic music now, so it's like it's a club. So like club owners are more, in his terms, like, I can't say it because I'm old, but he's like, they're woke.
I can't believe you used that word.
You know? So yeah, at least I have it in recording, but you know, like karang there's a little bit more like
appreciation.
Or people know that, you can't just get musicians to play for free anymore.
Yeah, and that's also because we changed our attitude towards it. I mean, one of our core values that we tell people, or our artists or other artists, ay na magsugot if exposure ang ibayad.
Yeah.
Like, I have beef with people who say exposure. I have beef with people who put it online nga, who wants to be in our event for exposure. Like, oh my God, do you have the nerve? Naapa na siya occasionally. Also, ang bands now, don't do that. Oy, kay exposure, it's bullshit. You can create your own.
Yeah.
I said bullshit, sorry.
No, it's fine. You
Okay.
can swear. You can speak Bisaya. You can swear again.
This is not radio, so
Mo gyud.
I can make pamalikas here. So, yeah, murag ning change po ng attitude sa artist. So, which is really good. Kay now, di na ta moingon na sige, okay ra kay masikat man may kung motokar mi diha. Murag, no.
Yeah, because also the people promising exposure most of the time, they don't have the
budget.
No, they don't even have an audience usually. That's why they're
true.
asking you to play.
That's true.
For their event, whatever,
Yeah.
because they want your audience to go to their place.
Yeah, this is what happened with UP. Every year, UP comes to me to kanang help them out with their local bands. And moingon jud ko nila, don't talk to me if you're not willing to pay them. Kay they have value, you have to pay for that. And kamo kids, because you're young, you have to know that, you have to put that in your heads. Now you have to pay them.
Yeah, but don't they have a budget? Like
They do, but they come to you like, oh miss, but in sponsorship, and I'm like, that doesn't work anymore. So you will have to kuan to pay. And then the last UP experience I had was last year. Nga, even to the point of protecting the bands, like making sure that they play on time. Because every UP gig, you go there and you wait 3 hours for your kuan. Because it's always poorly organized. Onya daghan na kis like events, daghan na kay ibutang sa program. And that's always kanang mo fail jud ang program kay naman jud mga glitches here and there.
Yeah, there's just too many things happening, I guess.
Yes, yeah. So and that's, I guess that's their culture. But I always tell them, I don't care what happens, but the band should play the time that you promised.
Mo good.
Yeah, so last year pa nga medyo 30 minutes rang delay. So we're happy ko last year. So like it's really just a matter of protecting also, like giving that kanang kuan bitaw nga these people are valuable just because they play music, or like that notion nga musician na sila. More let's eradicate that.
Yeah, because I remember, I mean not to point to UP, but this happened a lot of times na murag there were like gigs nga, you know, you're just sitting there and not doing anything and waiting. Not UP ha. There's other productions also.
Yeah, but I love UP though. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just a struggle because they are students doing something for the first time.
Yeah, they also need guidance and all, and I don't mind guiding at all. Like Murag, oh sure.
Kanang, speaking of your artists ba, so like under Tutu Tango Records, you have a lot of artists na.
Not a lot. We have a few.
I mean, there's a few. So how does? I mean, I don't know. I can name a few. You already mentioned Undercover, but we're currently not.
They're inactive.
They're inactive. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they sort of disbanded. Like most of their members are no longer here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's Wongoys. There's Martina San Diego. Ella Melendez, Lourdes Maglinte, Vincent Echo, Mary Ange. Like there's a bunch of people under the Tutu Tango Records roster. Now, how does one get into the
lineup?
Yeah, into the Tutu Tango Records family.
Actually, inclusive man me. I mean, these days, you don't need to be a signed artist to be part of our community. Marag inclusive man me. Kanang these guys lang, we're really impressed by their songwriting. So that's really the main thing for me. If your songwriting is very good, I would really gukod you. Like, I would really gukod you.
So how does it work? Like, ikaw mismo mo reach out?
I would really gukod you if you have good songwriting.
You'll be as in, you reach out good. Like,
I reach out good. Like, I want to work with you. I want to release your albums. I want to make sure curated na. I want to make sure quality na inigawas. I'm one of those. Mahimo na akong businesswoman na nang apart kanang. I'll make sure that your quality, the quality is up or whatever. Like, ako jud na silang gukdun.
Yeah, how does it work, man? Let's say let's say I'm an artist. No? Yeah, nindot kaya akong songwriting, which is not true. No, pero like, let's say kana. And then, but financially, it's not something that I'm able to do because, recording takes, not only time, but also some money.
Yeah.
So how do you come up like with a deal with them or on someone?
I do.
Oh.
Yeah,
like some sort of...
Yeah, like...
It depends, I guess.
Yeah, so when we didn't have the studio yet, we went to... Our go-to studio was 1032. We'd go there. So, kanang... Although ila ang cost sa pag-recording and all, so but mo spend makakuha jud me from our own pockets.
Yeah.
So here now that we have this, which we have a little bit of freedom. So
we have this room 11 just to be
we have this studio room 11. We have more freedom and we have kuan, so we can give them. Honestly, I really low kuan. That's a perk if you're under the Tango Records. We really give you like a special rate
because you value kanang the artistry that you want it to come out. If you're putting your name behind them, you want it to come out like grabe ka nindot, like.
Well, that's the goal, but also ang nindot is subjective. But kanang
yeah.
That's the goal nga kanang nindot jud nga any kanang like whatever platform it's being played, it's quality gyud siya ang magawas. And from in all aspects, from songwriting to delivery, performance.
And then the production
The
also.
production, yeah.
Well, it should be said nga, right now you've been kind enough to allow me to record this conversation in room 11. And
No,
then...
it's just for me. It's just convenient for sorry, Carl.
Oh, no, yeah,
I had
it's
to bike
super.
all the way.
No, it's really. I knew that if I asked you to be in 032 Conversations, most likely we'd end up recording
Dude,
it.
but why not? Come on.
Yeah.
I even want you to come record all of it here. I'll just
we'll talk about that. So, but
Yeah.
like, this is really nice, and then like I really like, back when I was in the band, I would fantasize of what it might be like to be in a legit recording studio. And I think one of the first things that I noticed the first time I came here a month or two
a few months ago, yeah.
Yeah. And then I walked into the control room.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, good. Really important to have a nice couch.
Yeah.
Like, you see all of these, like, I don't know, like pictures of like the Foo Fighters or Nirvana when they record. They're all sitting in a couch behind the control room. Wala lang. I have this romantic notion of what it's supposed to be like in a recording studio.
Na ilang mga photos kay comfy kayo. So, nagthink ko, the couch shouldn't be at that comfy kayo. Mga tog na niya sila. Yeah.
Well, no, but like, you get a sense. Like, the studio is really, at least, I don't know what it's like here, no? Because, I don't work here. But like, you do get a sense nga, it's like a hangout na like being in a recording studio.
Yeah, we'd want people to be relaxed. Creative work really needs, that you're relaxed and yeah.
Well, can you talk a little bit about Room 11? Like why start it in the first place? Why open a recording studio?
It's been in my head for a while na, Carl. Like after I released my last album, Zero, kanang mura na po siya fantasy in my head, like, oh, it would be nice if naami among own. It was just in my head, but wala jud na ko siya gi act up. Also, it needs courage. It's scary.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, so it's scary. And then kuan lang, I had it in my head. I actually talked to a few people that I want to do it. Some people wanna support me. Others would kanang marag ayaw lang, okay, you have nanabitaw 1032 or nanabitaw Line Studios, magkalas-kalas lang kag money or whatever. So okay, magduha-duha jud ko, but then I just felt the need for it, and then it just took one like that to actually decide. This was when I was in the States, niatan ko South by Southwest Music Conference, and then one of the seminars that I attended nga ko jud gi-choose out of the so many things that kanang pwede attended to. So it was called How to Build a Music City.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went inside, and then
who was the speaker?
Rachel Yamagata.
Okay.
And then a couple of other people from UNESCO. Kay kanang Music City is a UNESCO thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so music cities are Montreal, Nashville, Austin. Those are music cities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like gikuan jud sa UNESCO. They're being funded. They have a badge. Blah blah blah. Anyway, so it's around the world. It's in Europe a lot. Nya murag a lot of cities in Europe also the same. Yeah. Na-inspire lang ko because kuan siya. One of the things that was mentioned there is if you want to be a music city, you gotta have like a little bit of structure in your dili lang siya nang rag mindless nga paghimo sa music scene, like naaji people who are leaders and champions and movers.
Okay.
Yeah, so one thing was to professionalize jud, like it has to be professionalized. It can't be nga murag nagduwa lang mo. There has to be a structure, blah blah blah. And then naingon man dito na, and if you have a proper legitimate recording studio, then that's a good start. And Morocco, wait.
So you were looking back na, right? As soon as she said that.
Oh, yeah.
Then you started thinking about the studios here in Cebu.
Oh, like, wait, oh, yeah. And it can't be in a house. It can't be someone's house. It can't be someone's house anymore.
Yeah.
It can't be just one engineer in one house. It has to be in a commercial place where people can actually go there. So it was mentioned that you need to make a music hub. Hub jud siya, so community, and there's Murshag, it's a space where Murshag home, like everybody goes there, and create stuff together. So more to siya ang nakaliso. And then it took me like 3 months to just crunch numbers and stuff. And then I came home. I looked for a space dayon.
Amo ba?
Yeah. Like
So that was the catalyst. That was the thing that changed.
Yeah.
That made you
yeah,
decide.
it was no longer just a dream in my head. Like more, wow, I gotta work.
Like you felt like it was needed. Good.
It was needed good. I felt like it was needed good. Yeah, and so that's why the rules here are different from the rules in other studios. Like we really have house rules. We have 5 engineers. Kumutuo sa formula nga 1 engineer, 1 studio. Di kumutuo na. So.
Oh yeah, because I remember like back in the heydays of kanang backyard, like it was kind of a home-based studio, but they had like their little place outside.
Yeah.
But Murashag, you went there because of one person, si Mick. Oh, you went there because you wanted to be engineered by Mick. Kunya, if di siya kailan mo or busy lang siya, wow, wag kay mabuhat. Like,
yeah. Same with the other studios. Same with Jet. Yeah,
similar.
So we wanna take that out of the equation. The inato.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing for me would hinder us from growing. So I would encourage other recording studios to get out of their houses and just rent a space somewhere and start being professional. Have an admin person, talk to the musicians properly. Tilang unya na mo ba? Or like come on, let's not.
Or kind of like you get there and you wala pa siya niabot, still eating dinner.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I've had the experience of
I don't know. I'm making it up, huh?
Yeah, my experience was going there and natug pa siya.
Oh.
And you have to wake him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, nagdana ka og artist, nagdana ka cliente.
Oh, yeah.
Things like that. I mean, that can't happen anymore. Please, kay murag, we're no longer there. We really have to work harder. Like, come on, we have to level up a little bit. Like,
and then and then also, what has your experience been running Room 11? You get people who walk in, and you really
walk in and would sit down and ask proper questions. So you also have the opportunity to educate. Yeah. So, oh no, we can't do that. Namo Ari Carl, namoy gitarista.
Amo ba?
Yeah, so instead of just shooing them away, we sit them down and no, di na siya pwede. You have to go get a guitarista to play guitar for you. Or, we have a guitarista here, but you have to pay extra.
Yeah, you have to pay the session.
Yeah.
But I also noticed like you post like pictures or videos sometimes. Like there are people from, I mean, clearly not from Cebu because they're white. No, I mean, but like you know what I'm saying, like they come here and then they record ba.
Yeah.
So like how did that happen? Or
they found us online.
So like they just Googled it or something.
Yeah.
I guess.
And katong band na there are majority of them was white. They're from Bohol, expats from Bohol. And they came here and they really went to all the studios. Nag-ocular gid sila. And then they chose us.
Oh yeah. Well, just by virtue of not being in the house, you're already ahead. And then for the podcast listener, if you've ever been here, it's a beautiful space.
Oh, thank you.
There's like that waiting area. You have your own kitchen.
Well, it doesn't cook. It just has a microwave.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a place for you to sit down and do stuff.
Yeah.
And work,
Yeah. So we wanted to have that kanang relaxed environment to promote creativity. You really have to have provide an environment where you can be creative. So I really believe in that. Yeah, so that's why we really invested on making it look like the way it is now. Well,
yeah, because I know in the beginning it did not look like this. I know you like telling the story of how you found this space.
Oh yeah, that story. Well, for the listeners, this used to be how do I call it? Like a night bar, for that's specifically targets a specific kind of.
I think the term is bikini bar.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. This used to be a bikini bar. Yeah, it had pole dancing. The poles are still out there when I got here. When I did my ocular, I saw the poles and I'm like, oh, okay, it's that kind of place. Okay, So it was dingy and all, and we just transformed it. That's why it was a lot of work.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it used to be like a nightclub,
Yeah.
bikini bar.
We had to break down some walls, and like the CR was horrible. Like it didn't have a flush. I'm like, ooh.
Oh yeah, well you guys did a lot more than fix the CR. I'll tell you that because it does not look like it used to be a dingy bar.
Well, thank you. Thank God. Yeah.
Well, but there were like kanang, I don't know, like growing up, but when I was getting into music, and you would hear all of these like crazy studio stories. Do you have any I don't know, are there things that have happened here that would make like a, I don't know, like you get what I'm saying, like sometimes you have recordings and then these bands they're or is this like a 80s 90s thing where bands would go crazy in the recording studios, get shit ass drunk or
So because we don't allow that.
oh okay.
Yeah, we don't allow that. So so far wala pa may weird experience na from a band. In fact, we do allow drinking, but they drink outside.
Not in the control
rooms,
room,
yeah.
not in the
Yeah.
what room is this called? The
Live room, yeah.
room, not
Yeah, but they're allowed to drink. Like
outside. You mean in the pantry? What do you
in
call
the
that
pantry,
area? Pantry
yeah,
area.
the pantry, yeah. So like there were bands now who would buy beer and they would just go out and like tagay lang kanya mo balik. Yeah.
Okay, so no crazy studio stories.
No crazy stories. Ghost stories, I don't know. Wala pa sa
ghost-
experience.
Well, you also mentioned nga on your 20th year you want to kanang you'll record like you'll record an album.
Well, I think I need to start working on it now. Yeah. So, but first, soon as I finish 3 albums, Vincent Echoes, Lourdes, and Mary Anchits, then that's the time I start my stuff.
You're producing those 3 albums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wala pa time frame on when those will come out.
But I'll invite you on the. I'll have a listening. I know that you like Vincent, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm 80% done, so.
Oh nice.
So I'm gonna have like a first listen type. I'll just invite people to come and do first listen, like.
Mo ba?
Yeah,
Oh,
by
that's
invite or not,
cool.
yeah. So I did that with my first album, my last album. I want people to come listen and tell me their experience. I want them to write down their experience.
I feel like I'd be so pressured. But sige.
No, yeah. No, I want to know the unsa ilang experience. Para if naikinala ni tweak before I master it. I would do my last adjustments after the first listen.
That's so cool. Like you just get people in, I guess here, no?
Yeah.
Let them listening.
Yeah, I'll have 5 with the headphones because different man ang stereo experience.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so and then I'll have like regular people sit down lang listen from the speakers.
Oh yeah, oh.
And then comment lang before we master. So just so we can have go and adjust.
Well, bro, in your opinion, what is there in 2018? Is there a value to have an album out now?
I think there is. Well, at least for me.
Why man?
It's different because an album on good is an artist's body of work. So it's like your resume. So I know that it's easy to just release singles now, but I think what we're losing is the experience of listening to a whole album. I grew up listening to kanang albums and like sa plaka and like really listening it from song 1 to 10, and then have an experience. So I think what people are missing out kay kanang experience. Listening to albums. When you listen to your Nirvana album, kanang from start to finish kay nindot man imong
lahir agad.
Lahir agad. So it's like I can't even say, but Marisha, there's a story, or maybe not imo ra ng interpretation, but it's like going into an artist's life manggod if you listen to the whole album. Oy, sorry day ako nasa nasabod. Yeah, so I prefer albums. I always encourage artists to create albums instead of singles.
Yeah, because now a lot of times it's so easy to release a single. As soon as they're done, they can get already that pleasure of just putting it straight to Spotify.
And there's already a lot that we lost because of digital music. There's already a lot. So kanang but to at least have the experience gihapon of being part of the artist by like in kanang mo immerse jud ka sa iyang album, like the story of whatever, and the connection. So
Yeah, but there's an art of choosing which songs. Well, there's an art in choosing. Okay, this song starts the album. This is the second. This is the third.
exactly.
This is the fourth. And
Yeah.
you want to end it with.
yeah.
So there's an art in all of that also.
Some people are missing out because minaw naman sila diretso og playlist.
Oh, and I remember like some of I can't say exactly which album or which artist now, but there were some artists nga murag I would listen and like let's say it would be the last song and then 10 minutes of silence and then all of a sudden they
balik.
had like
Something, yeah.
yeah, they would say something or sometimes it was a whole other hidden song.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I guess you're right because that's lacking in the streaming Spotify thing. You don't get like those little nuggets. You don't get to discover those little nuggets.
Yeah, exactly. So
anymore.
Mawa jud siya. So our plan to in releasing their albums kay i-appeal siya. Kay I really want it there. So even when you stream,
I-appeal ang what do you mean?
like whatever art shit that we did.
Okay.
Like
those little
yeah.
Little nice nuggets of
Unexpected elements. Nga we're going, ano to? Like you'd want that experience. So more siya nawala sa creating singles.
Yeah, that's true. Because one of my favorite things about listening to an album or specific songs would be hearing those things. Unfortunately, I can't think of one right now, but there were a few good.
Yeah.
I want to say Silverchair, but I'm not sure exactly. Like but
yeah.
Yeah.
Even Foo Fighters, I think naana sila yung mga pang-adri nga wala, unexpected gayo.
Amo ba?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd want to keep that. I don't know, it's just me. I'm just old school.
But you're right, Masagyad. Like kanang once an artist releases an album, it's really it's a stamp of legitimacy. Diba?
Yeah, you can say that. And kanang body of work. Like have this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, also as one of the things that I did to prepare for this interview you're on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter. I'm always ranting on Twitter.
Yeah,
it's where I rant, and then on Facebook I just say nice things and post nice things.
So I want you to comment on some of your rants.
Oh, sure.
All right. So
you actually. Oh my God! You scroll down. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, it's only a few minutes. Scrolling down. But anyway, I'll read this tweet. This one-upper attitude and narrative in local music needs to go. There's room for everyone to be good at what they do. It's so third world.
Yeah.
Can you comment on that?
Kana ganing I'm not gonna say who or what or unsay ang situation, but we still have that competition. Kanang murag like. No. Look, I saw a post. It was not from our circle, but I saw a post and they were promoting some song and kana bitaw mo drop og words nga Cebu music will be better. As if saying that it wasn't good at all because it's gonna be better. Murag, parang ako, what? Only you can do that.
Like what is better? What does that mean?
Yeah, so murag, it's a narrative that I don't subscribe to, and it just irks me. Like murag, what?
Yeah, like music is not like sports where
it's
there's a winner and loser.
Exactly. So do your own thing, but don't murag kon mong gud siya kanang condescending kayo nga tone ba nga kamu inyong community ra ang maka better sa Cebu music nya ma-irk ko kay murag kanang murag no, we have small cliques here and there, sure, but for me we can coexist and even help each other.
Yeah.
Rather than here you are coming into whatever and then you'll just say Cebu music will be better because you're supposed to be the savior. I just saw someone posted that. Manggod.
Oh.
And so that was their reaction. Don't mind me, Ragod, and my tweets.
I was just wondering,
Yeah, like for me, that's one upper. Rago, mas nindot mi ninyo.
Oh, well, I also think like you guys have had a good history of kanang opening your doors man to other artists that aren't necessarily under the Tutu Tango Records nga banner.
Yeah,
diba?
because we believe in inclusivity. Like say kanang their growth is ours. Mura, we grow together. Exactly why we had the Grow Cebu Music campaign. It's about building community. And we don't have room for attitude like that. Mura, oh man. Like, someone said, "Oh, poor you, the hard work that you did." Someone said, "Oh, fuck you."
Well, speaking of Grow Cebu music, last tweet, I promise. No? So this tweet says, when we say grow Cebu music, we don't just mean growth in size and numbers, but in mindset as well. Mindset in capital letters.
Oh, grabe kayo, no?
Yes.
Nakalimot na ko, ani.
Well, anyway, yeah. So local music kids, double check your notions and beliefs. Maybe some of them are self-limiting and counterproductive. Hashtag listen to your mother. No? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, like, what
I don't know what triggered me.
Okay.
I forgot now what triggered me, but it's true though. Inato is a kind of like a vague. Can you really pinpoint what that is, Marag? The inato is probably an example. Like, we just really need to professionalize it. So that's I think that's my way of saying na kanang know better. Like, don't go that route na inato. Like, oh yeah. So marag it's really a big transition as well. So marag kay mindset mo po na sa Cebuano. Good ang it's not just the music scene.
Ay, like kanang more kinauboy nga style nga.
like
sanay.
wala problema. Okay na chill rata. Marag,
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
and then
but-
but it also has its own set of disadvantages. No?
Yeah, so that's just what I'm trying to address. That kanang let's not have that attitude when it comes to our art. Not anymore. Not now anyway. Kay, I think it's a hindering factor. More lang.
Okay.
Yeah. More.
Kani ba like I noticed sad nga kana like this hashtag listen to your mother. No, kay because you when you put your name in gigs now, it's now under a
Motherfucker,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Not how did that come about? Because like I was surprised one time. Like, oh no, it's Cattski. And I'm like,
Yeah, motherfucker,
shit,
yeah. Yeah. So animon good na. My fans or like my supporters are no longer around because either they're married, out of the country, busy with their own whatever world. So
Yeah, so they're basically like my age.
you guys, yeah. Yeah. Like they're gone. Naapa, but kanang wala na sila. They have other priorities. Marag, if they do listen to me, I'm sure nara sa computer or nara sa kuan. But for some reason I do have like a young crowd now that I feel uncomfortable around them because I'm way older. So I'm just embracing the whole I'm older than you,
Yeah.
so I am motherfucker. So and then I think si Mana Alcaraz came up with that term kay in 2012 I worked with younger people, so silang Jad and all. And for some reason they started calling me ma. And everybody's just calling me ma. Anak ko ba?
Yeah.
Either masuko ko or like I'm just gonna embrace this. So okay, ako na embrace. And then we had a show called Folk City.
Yeah.
And then we
you guys had an album, I think.
also, yeah. And at that time we had this kanang murag when we promote it, the team would call it, "Oy, hey folkers, come join our Folk City gig."
Okay.
So mga folkers, everyone was a folker. So I'm the motherfucker.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
So now I'm the motherfucker, and then okay, I'm just gonna embrace this. So Moto, that's what I'm gonna call my album.
The next one. That's the title of the album.
Yeah, and then but that's how I perform as motherfucker now, which just makes sense because the kids anyway, the younger batch, the new age millennial, whatever, they call me motherfucker. Like even Fonzie calls me motherfucker.
Oh yeah, well he's young. He's like in his
Yeah,
early
exactly.
20s.
So everybody calls me motherfucker. Oh, motherfucker. Like they have different spellings. Some like maybe like I don't know, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of the things, speaking of Bakay, because you mentioned like you had like all these, you were working with a lot of younger people and then like under Tango Records, and then they were like volunteers or something.
The street team, yeah.
The street team. So I've always admired how you've been able to get people to volunteer their time and effort.
I'm really grateful for the street team. I think the Tango Records will not grow without the street team. Like it all started from there when people like say Luigi, who plays with Sepia Times now.
Okay, Luigi
Balazzo. He's
Okay.
also an engineer here. He plays with Sepia Times. They're really doing well in our local scene. So he started out with me 2014
Amo ba? As a volunteer.
as a volunteer, and I just want to learn. I just want to work.
He just wanted to be like in music.
Yeah. So I had like an office in Mabolo, in a place called Sinasi. I just rented a table, and he would sit with me there, and I'd read this, read that, and then write about this, write about that, and then after that, do you know how to run a DAW, like a digital audio workstation? Yes, I do. Okay, then you record demos. That's naasad ko yung mga.
So he just reached out to you.
Yeah, just emailed me.
Mo ba?
Yeah. So now he's one of the engineers. So mahapisod ko siyang journey. And he's also doing his music now.
Yeah, I really admire that because somehow along the way you've been able to, not I mean, like getting people to follow you or getting listeners to your music. That's one thing, no? But you also have been able to inspire people to really like
to participate.
Yeah, to participate. That's the word. Yeah. So
yeah.
Which I find really impressive.
I got lucky. I would.
Because you have a big street team. I mean, it's not huge, hundreds of people.
Yeah,
but
but
it's.
Yeah, they're substantial.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I value them a lot. Kuan man god, like I think I sent out an invitation. I sent out like an ad to join.
Where? What ad? Where?
I think it was on
Facebook,
Instagram.
Or Instagram, just like, posting like a picture.
It was just a post lang. No, volunteer, ana. Be part of our street team. We do this and do that. Whatever it is you like doing. If you like graphic arts, okay, you can contribute. If you like music, sure. If you want to be part of a production team, then naka-experience here.
Oh, and then in return, they get to be part of this kind of organism of music in Cebu.
Yeah, and they get to connect, have more friends, and then now, Micah is already I really hired her. So
you really
now,
hired Micah.
She's now the label manager. So she's pretty much running to Tango. So so I just
shout out to Micah.
Yeah, so I just say, Mike, this is what we're gonna do. Blah blah blah. She runs it. So and then she has her own team pod. So yeah, we're in a sense growing. We do need to accommodate more kids to like be part of the group. Every year mag-change mga faces. Si Baljak was once a street team.
Amo ba?
Yeah.
Because like I credit my short stint in the local music scene for like really opening up my world of helping open up my world of what Cebu is. Like the people that I met through music. I mean, until now, it's almost 10 years later.
Yeah.
I still see plenty of them on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And it kanang, and then a lot of friendships made and a lot of connections. Like I met you through playing music.
Yeah, I remember. This was when you started with Rescue a Hero in Outpost, and you bought my album Sound Mind Speak Volumes, which was not very good, but
okay, I'll take your opinion for it.
Like songwriting was okay. Anyway, you bought it, and then we're ganang there was someone else there.
Probably my sister, I think. I forget na.
And then like pili na may magpa-sign, sure, thank you for buying, blah blah blah. Someone said, "Oh, we like your song Hero" or something, like, "Oh yeah, kanang parehog name sa Rescue Hero." So they ina ang conversation. Bitaw mora nito. I think friends not after ato.
That was the line. Ito tong song Hero.
Oh, Rescue Hero inyong banda. Yeah, moto dito to nag-start.
Yeah, but through music, like I'm sure for you also, but you've met so many people through the music scene. They may have started as other bands, but also have maybe transitioned to other things, that ended up being a really good friend or a good contact for this or for that.
For sure. This is it's a great world to be in. Yeah, if you're a, if you just love people, you love hanging out,
good.
yeah, creating.
Well, I wanna wind down.
Sure.
No? So last few questions na lang. So what's your vision for the local music scene moving forward?
That would need probably 2 hours, but I'll keep it short.
Yeah, sorry about that. Bad question.
Yeah, we're like, that's a long talk. Anyway, the goal is to really self-sustain. That's why I always campaign for hyper-local activity. Like, for us to be successful outside, it has to be proven here. Kanang murag,
There has to be a scene, a self-sustaining scene.
It has got to transition to an industry.
Mm.
Yeah. So right now, we got the creativity down. The industry part is what we're working on.
Oh, so that's what you're taking the steps with Tutu Tango Records, with Room 11.
Yeah, and we wouldn't want to make the mistakes that the major labels had. So we want to learn from that.
Oh, the mistakes now, like what mistakes?
The traditional way was to invest a lot of money to an artist.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So now we want the artists to invest on themselves.
Oh yeah.
We want the artists to be self-empowered, rather than that business model no longer works in the new platform, in the age, the modern age, digital age, because dili naman scarce ang music. You can no longer be a Beatles level here around now. Daghan na kayo. So we'd want our artists to be successful here and not think about going anywhere else. And if they do, it's because they were a success here. That should be the reason for going out.
Yeah, because I remember when we were a band, it would be like there were conversations of like, ato tag Manila. And then when we started the band, we really said nga, this is, well, kami we just lingaw-lingaw or get to amo. And no one wanted to go to Manila. But at some point, once we started getting some traction, then, we had these conversations amongst ourselves. We're like, sa mularga ta? Do you want to try it out? And then it was very conflicting. And then I always disagreed with, like, I don't like it na we had to leave here.
Exactly. So, we want to eradicate that notion of to be successful is to go there. Which is really true. To be successful in a nationwide level,
especially back then.
You have to go there. But we don't have to. Like, we can create our own here, so we can be our own stars here. We just need to build the audience. So for me, it's really building the audience and educating them about that we have good music. It's because the stigma is, if it's local, it's bad, right? That was a stigma from before, like nagid sila ana, which is ikaw jud ang proof mo ka nga. No, I mean, look at you. Like, asa man ang trajectory sa 032. You know, like, you know what I mean? That's a big celebration of local there. Like, yeah. Sorry, di ako nasa nasabot. So that's what I'm saying, Gar. Like, what I'm saying is to hyper local it lang for now, and experiment and learn and evolve here, and have a proper business model, transition to being an industry. And then we can probably inspire the other cities to do the same, so that we can
they will
tour.
be the ones sending out invitations na noon. Why don't you come over?
Yeah, so dili na siya, bali na siya. So it's not like before ako experience kay mo adto nila mo tawag kog mga production patukarami sa inyong gig. So of course ikaw man ang ning-as nga mo patukar ka, of course di ka bayran.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But kita, kung mangimbitar tag Manila nga banda mo, ari diri mo bayad ta nila mahal.
Oh. Well, rich dapat lang, di ba?
Yeah. So pwede ingon ana punta.
Yeah, bitaw.
Gets murag we should get to that level where ang atong artist imbitaron sa laing city. Nya ang kana nga city, it's so thriving pud lang music scene didto nga willing sila mo bayad and kanang ipaadtoon or ipa-travel gyud ang artist to go there.
Yeah, I really like that idea actually.
Oh, so that's how they do it in the States.
Amo ba?
Yeah.
The bands like bands in New York, they're just there. New York, they have an industry.
yeah, so like ang ilang organizer is ang ilang team, no matter how small.
Yeah.
Mag-organize og mga gigs. Sure, mo collaborate og mga local people kung asa sila mato. But, like, oh, sure, yeah. Kanang, come here. This is how much money among budget for outside artists.
Yeah, they're able to do that because they also have an audience that
Exactly.
is willing to pay for
Yeah.
new music to listen to that.
Yeah,
that
so
type
we
of
we
music.
want to have something like that here. Nga mura siya og like real transaction ba? Real. No long wala tong mga patukarami be for exposure. Wala na to siya.
Okay.
Yeah, like that would be great for me. So, yeah, homegrown music.
Sige, yeah, any artists that we haven't mentioned that we should be looking out for? So I know we mentioned, to be fair, we also mentioned a lot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Actually, did I forget someone? Probably not. Kato, albums coming out. Echo, Lourdes, Anchit. That will be soon na. This
Oh yeah?
this year.
This
na.
year? Amo ba? Oh,
Yeah.
looking forward to
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
Sige, Onya, so where can people find you?
Oh, Mango Square.
In room 11.
Yeah.
From 9 to 5.
Yeah, naarami diri. If you want like music consultation, like if you are a new artist and you want to you believe in what I was just saying, if you agree with me, you can come and ask me questions. I'm free anytime to talk to people who would want to release their albums if they need guidance. Promise I've made all the mistakes. That's why I kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like where can they find you online?
Oh, that you mean? Well, it's just Cattski. Just search, and it's probably there. On Twitter, I'm Cattski Music, and on Instagram, I'm Cattski Music also. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Facebook and all. Yeah. So Twitter, I'm always ranting. So you might like that.
Oh yeah.
Everywhere else, I'm safe.
Interesting follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Kat, thank you so much, huh?
No, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, good.
Yeah, lingaw. It was and then also for allowing
Sure.
me to have this conversation
Yeah.
here in room 11.
No, I'm happy you're here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you, everyone. Thank you, D.
Oh, thank you, bye.
All right, that was fun.
Yeah.
Muraragwa.
Oh, Mona, thank you. Wait, thank you, kayo. Lingaw, it's...
I hope you enjoyed that conversation with Cattski. If keep saying, did that conversation make you excited about the state of Cebu music going forward? I know I became excited. Are you a budding artist? Did that conversation inspire you to learn, to make music, to learn an instrument, and put it out there in the world? Tag at Tango Records, tag Cattski. Let her hear your stuff. Never know what's gonna happen. You might make it to the next Tango gig. They got lots of gigs, lots of beautiful gigs. Again, I want to put up an Ask Me Anything episode, so send us your questions. Email us at info@032.com or tweet us, send us a message on Instagram, or search 032 on Facebook. We're 032 Cebu on Twitter and Instagram. That's 032 in numbers, then Cebu. Send us your questions. I'll read it out loud, and I'll answer it the best I can. Any question whatsoever. And also, if this is your first time to listen to 032 Conversations, please subscribe. We're on iTunes. We're on all the podcast apps, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, everything. Heck, just go to our website, 032.com/podcast to hear more episodes of different creatives that we've been able to talk to. The music for this podcast is Piano March by Audionautics. Send us those questions. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.